Gray Snake was the fanatical leader of a small band of Arapaho. His daring guerrilla tactics had been causing plenty of trouble, and 3 officers had been killed under rather strange circumstances. My old friend Colonel Middleton wanted an undercover investigation. That's why George and I were here, decked out as soldiers.
Reckon you must be Captain Smith. Go right in, the old man's expecting you.
What's your name, Sergeant?
Stringer. Sir?
Sergeant Stringer, the next time we meet, I'll expect a salute from you. And I'll expect you to remember how to address an officer. Any questions?
Looks like another one of them spit and polish boys, Kurt.
Yeah. Another dandy target for that engine.
All 3 men were shot in the forehead with an Army revolver.
And Gray Snake has one.
Yes.
That's pretty good shooting for an Indian, Colonel. From the back of a running horse at that.
Too good. Oh, he might have got in a lucky shot. But he couldn't have killed all 3 men in the same way. No, much as I hate to think so, Tom, it has to be one of my own men.
What do the men think?
They seem to think it's Gray Snake, all right. He's becoming a legend with them. And that bred devil certainly believes he's responsible. He's been boasting that his medicine is stronger than ours, and he'll wipe out all of our officers.
Sounds like someone's making use of that.
Yes. Someone who must have a grudge against officers.
I'll see that whoever it is has reason to hate me, too.
You'll have free hand in this, Tom. How do you want to proceed?
First, I'd like to find out all I can about the officers who were killed.
I have their files right here. Maybe you can find something I couldn't. This is Captain Carter's record. He was the first man killed. Lieutenant Andrews was a friend of the family. I practically raised him. Mason was just a kid. Been out here about a month.
That's a shame. Colonel, if it's all right with you, I'll take these over to my quarters and study them tonight.
Yes, certainly. Well, Carrie will be sorry she wasn't here to greet you. She's out riding. Should be back soon.
Out breaking some poor soldier's heart, I'll bet.
Yeah, she hasn't changed much. Oh, I warned her not to give you away.
Good. Colonel, it'll be a pleasure serving under you, sir.
Captain Smith, Corporal Forsythe. Corporal Forsythe, show the captain to his quarters.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Captain. You can put him away, Roger.
Yes, ma'am. You want to go riding the same time tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. Welcome to the fort, Captain. I'm Colonel Middleton's daughter, Carrie.
My pleasure, Miss Middleton.
Father and I'd be pleased if you'd join us for supper tonight.
You're a servant, ma'am. Don't you know enough to knock when you enter officers' quarters, Corporal?
I'm sorry, sir. Smitty, we gotta go through all this business.
You need to practice.
I'll never get the hang of it. Boy, sure look neat in this getup, Smitty. Wish I could have been an officer.
You don't mind your manners, I might just break you to buck private.
Well, you wouldn't talk like that if you know where I've been this afternoon.
No?
Well, I've been doing some nosing around. Little detective on my own. Come up with some hot suspects for you.
Well, that's good work, George. What?
Well, Smitty, you'll find this hard to believe. But you know, just about every soldier on this fort's got a bone to pick with officers.
You're a big help, George. Thanks a lot.
Where my heart longs to be. But
Beautiful night, isn't it, Tom? Look at that moon.
You know, Carrie, this Army life's not too bad.
It has its moments. I don't recognize that voice.
Oh, that's my orderly.
It's wonderful having you here, Tom. Seems like old times.
It does bring back a few pleasant memories, doesn't it?
Yes. What?
What's your name, soldier?
Private Owen, sir.
Roger, what are you doing here?
Well, Nothing.
Why were you hiding?
Well, I thought I heard something in the stable, sir.
You certainly took a roundabout course getting there. All right, on your way, soldier.
Yes, sir.
Carrie, I think that young man's stuck on you.
Maybe a little. Poor fellow seems so lonesome all the time. I try to be nice to him.
You know, I bet every man in this fort is secretly in love with you.
I don't have much competition.
Boys are lucky to have you around.
I don't know, Tom. It seems I've been bad luck for the men I've really cared about.
What do you mean?
Captain Carter and I had just announced our engagement when he was killed.
I'm sorry.
I was lonesome and unhappy. Bob Andrews came here shortly after. He and I had practically grown up together. It's good to have someone to confide in. I was just getting to be myself again, and after that, I didn't want to make friends with anyone for a long time. Then young Lieutenant Mason came here. We were just starting to become friends when... Oh, Tom, do be careful.
I intend to.
Got a lot to learn.
He ain't my captain, O'Neill.
You showed up here with it. You know, it's bad enough to have to serve in this stinking place without having to put up with officers like him, shoving his weight around. Gentlemen. By act of Congress.
That guy don't last long around here.
Well, don't blame me for bringing him out here. He brought me.
You ain't much better.
What did you mean by that?
Take it any way you like.
Come on, man, break it up. How about another song?
Oh, say, Corporal, when you get your nerve built up enough, remember, I got first crack at you.
You know, I'm going to oblige you. Right now, though, let's do Army on. Pep up this rifling outfit.
3 years ago this very day, I went to Governor's Isle to stand for an Insta-cannon in true military style. Our 13 American dollars each month we surely get to carry a gun and bayonet with a military step. Yo, there's Sergeant John McCafferty and Corporal Donahue. They make us march up to the crack in Gallant Company Q. The drums they roll upon me soul, for that's the way we go. 40 miles a day on beans and hay in a regular army, oh. The best of all the officers is Second Lieutenant McDuff. Of smoking and of sleeping, he never got enough. Says the captain, all we want of you is to go to Reveille, and we'll let the first sergeant stay and run the company. Yo, there's Sergeant John McCafferty and Corporal Donahue. They make us march up to the crack in Gallant Company Q. The drums they roll upon me soul, for that's the way we go. 40 miles a day on beans and hay in a regular army, oh.
Yeehaw! Hey, let's hunt!
I thought tap sounded over an hour ago. I'm going to establish a little discipline in this outfit. What's wrong with your hat, O'Neill? Is it glued on? What kind of an example are you setting for these men, Sergeant?
A good example for a real soldier. Sir?
If you're looking for trouble, Sergeant, I'll see that you get plenty of it.
Well, why not now?
Just a minute, Sergeant. Let's be fair about this. You promised me the first dance, remember?
that's enough, both of you. Well, you men seem to have a lot of excess energy. That's fine. I think I know just the way to help you get rid of it. I want every one of you on that parade ground at daybreak. And you two will get a little special attention. Now, lights out. Corporal and Sergeant Stringer. You two still look fresh. I think you better take a few more turns around. Come on the double. Close it up, Romack.
Speak to you, sir.
Well?
Gosh, Smitty, ain't this carrying things a little too far?
Had to make it look real, George. Besides, you can spare the pounds.
But I'm plumb played
That'll
out.
be all, Corporal. On the double, close it up.
On guard! Detail, Ted. Hut! All right, let's liven it up a little bit. On guard! Detail, Ted. Hut! At ease. You men handle these sabers like a bunch of pitchforks.
Tom said he'd give all the men good reason to hate him. He's off to a good start.
I hope he doesn't carry it too far.
Corporal Forsythe. 10. Hut! 2 paces forward. Push. You seem to know what you're doing with that. On guard. Come on, soldier. You can do better than that. You handle that saber well, soldier. Thank you.
One of them worked. You'll never guess what I found out.
That he graduated from Virginia Military Institute, and his name isn't Forsythe.
Well, how'd you figure that out?
Only a Confederate officer would have handled a saber like he did, and VMI taught most of it.
Now, what's the use of me missing my lunch if you already know all about him?
I don't know his real name, George.
Well, it's Lieutenant Wayne F. Charlton.
Charlton, huh? I'm not too surprised. A lot of Southern officers came out to the frontier to join the Army after the war.
Wasn't there Charltonville burned to the ground during Sherman's march?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there was.
According to these records, Carter served with Sherman.
That's right. Should we call Forsythe in for questioning?
Well, not yet, Colonel. Let's don't tip her hand. There's nothing definite here to link him to the murders of Andrews and Mason. Captain Carter seems to have made a lot of enemies.
Yes. Carter was a good officer, but too much of a disciplinarian.
I noticed you had to warn him about flogging. And some of the men he had whipped are still here. Owens and O'Neill, for instance.
I left Carter in charge once when I had to go back east. The men were ready to mutiny when I returned. That's when I called him up about the whippings. Soldiers won't take too much of that.
He had a run-in with Stringer, too, didn't he?
That sergeant's always been in trouble with the officers. He resents all West Point men. Thinks he's a much better soldier than any of them. About half right, too.
Well, there are 3 or 4 men here who could be guilty. I think we'd better call them a little closer before we come out in the open.
I hope everything goes well, Tom.
Good luck.
Thanks, Carrie. I'll see you this evening, huh? George and I hadn't been able to uncover anything new, and Chief Richards had only loaned us to the Army for a week. So I decided we'd have to bring things to a head.
Forward! Ho!
Captain, don't you think we ought to be riding down in the gullies out of sight? Every engine in the country will spot us up here.
I want any advice from you, Stringer. I'll ask for it.
done a good job, Tom. I know it wasn't easy to keep your eyes on the Indians when you knew that one of your own men had a pistol pointed at the back of your head.
Well, at least when I turned around, I had a pretty good idea where to look. George was keeping his eyes on Forsyth, and I'd kept track of Owens.
And Sergeant Stringer?
Once I heard him pop off, I didn't suspect him any longer. You see, unlike Owens, he had a safety valve.
Wonder what made Owens do it.
I think I know now. I didn't realize before, but he was jealous of me. Why, he even tried to discourage my engagement to Captain Carter. I didn't pay any attention to him at the time, just thought he was a silly kid.
That's not your fault, Carrie. Owens was jealous of Carter, but he never would have killed him if it hadn't been for the whippings. When his scheme worked so well, he decided to use it again.
Well, it's all over now.
Guess maybe I earned an extra stripe, Sir? Oh, heck, Smitty.
You know, George, I think you'd make an excellent civilian.
Now, I wonder if I might prevail upon you two to accept one more serious assignment for me.
Of course, Colonel.
I think it'll do Carrie good to go back east for a while. Would you and George mind escorting her to the stagecoach line in Denver?
Colonel, that's the nicest assignment we've ever had.
Dinner?
Corporal George Romack was eager to get his discharge from the Army. But I must admit, for some reason or other, I wasn't in any rush at all to get back to civilian life.
You're going to be sorry for that, Wilbur.
Please forgive me, Stella. I'm afraid I lost my temper. You shouldn't have laughed at me.
Why not? The idea of the righteous Judge Harrington trying to buy back his honor. Oh, my dear, it's very funny.
I don't like to resort to the persuasion of money, but I've come to learn it's the only thing you understand.
The answer is no. I've got what I want, and I intend to hang on, so you might as well make the best of it.
I'm not going to argue with you, Stella. I've tried all I can to be reasonable to make you understand. I've pleaded with you. I've even begged. But that's all over now. What's left of my pride won't let me go on any longer. Deceiving my family, destroying my self-respect.
Your self-respect? Well, the only respectable thing about you is that title of yours. And how long do you think you're going to have that once I open up my mouth about us?
What a blind fool I've been.
You think I'm bluffing, don't you? Well, you just wait and see. Because nobody drops Stella Dean. When I get through with you, your name won't be fit for the gutter. I'll see that they knock you off that bench so fast you won't know what hit you. The mighty judge.
I think this is a good time to call a halt, gentlemen. We'll recess until after lunch.
Morning, Judge.
Hello, Smitty. What can I do for you?
Chief wanted me to bring this over. It just came in.
What is it?
Well, the Supreme Court's upheld you in the Lombardi case. It's quite a victory for the force.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Whenever we can make a murder conviction stand up on circumstantial evidence, it adds a lot of new teeth to the law.
Yes, it does.
Howdy, Smitty. How's the strong right arm of the law?
It's getting stronger by the minute. Let that be a warning to you.
As of today, the Denver police force can sit back and relax. I've become a reformed, law-abiding citizen.
I'll keep your secret.
Oh, it's true. You find this hard to believe, Smitty, but the most wonderful girl in the world has just agreed to become my wife.
Marry you? She must be out of her mind.
I told her the same thing, but it didn't do me a bit of good.
That's great, Chris. Who's the unlucky girl?
Well, I'd better spring it on the judge first.
Well, good luck.
It can't be that serious.
Hello, son. I'm glad you stopped by. I've been thinking about you.
Anything in particular?
Well, just that we haven't seen much of each other lately. I guess it's my fault as much as yours. What can I do for you?
Well, I've come to plead a case.
Well, I'll try to see that you get a fair hearing. Make yourself comfortable. Trouble, Chris?
Maybe. Dad, I'm going to marry Alice Kirby.
Well, I'd hardly put that under the heading of trouble. Alice is a fine girl. The Kirbys are an excellent family.
Well, that's what I came to talk to you about, Dad. The Kirbys.
What about them?
Dad, I know I haven't been exactly the kind of a son you'd stand up and cheer about. I've done a lot of crazy, wild things in my life and been in some pretty touchy scrapes. But there's one thing I've been more than careful to avoid. Doing anything that might bring shame or scandal to the Harringtons. I want to do as much for the Kirbys.
Meaning what, Chris?
Meaning Stella Dean.
What do you know about Stella Dean?
That you're in love with her? And that you've been seeing her on the sly for a long time.
I didn't know that spying was one of your accomplishments, Chris.
It isn't, Dad. It's just that I happen to know Stella Dean. I've known her for a long time.
Why have you waited until now?
It wasn't important until now.
Only when it directly affected you, huh? I'm disappointed, son. I'd hoped that my conduct accounted for something, even if you didn't stand to lose by it.
You're wrong, Dad. It hurt a lot more than you'll ever know. You see, I happen to think that Mother's a pretty wonderful woman.
I'd be the last to deny that. Chris, I can hardly expect you to believe this. I'm not sure I have the right to even ask you, but if there was once something between Stella and myself, it no longer exists. She will never again come between your mother and me.
Have you told that to her?
Yes, Chris. I told her. She wasn't prepared to accept it, however.
You mean she refused to let you go?
Yes.
Let me talk to her, Dad.
No. The responsibility is mine, son.
All right, Dad. got to go out to the Kirby's. I just wanted to have this talk before breaking the news to Alice's folks.
What about this, Chris? Do you usually go around with an empty wallet in your pocket?
Not usually. We found a lot of money near the body. Isn't it a fact, Harrington, that money came from this wallet? That you went to that cottage specifically to buy your way out?
No, that's not true.
All right, Chris. Why did you go there? I want the truth.
I told you the truth. I went there to tell Stella I was going to marry Alice Kirby.
You said you and Stella were only friends.
We were.
Why was it so important that you tell her about your wedding plans?
Let's try this besides, Harrington. Stella Dean loved you. You told her about the Kirby girl. She threw a fit and refused to let you off the hook. There was an argument and you killed her.
No, that's not the way it was at all. Stella and I were only friends, nothing more.
Oh, come on, Harrington. Stella Dean wasn't a platonic friendship type, and you know it. She played the game one way, for keeps.
That's not true.
Boy, I wish I had your recipe, Harrington. It must take a lot of doing to keep two women on the string at the same time.
And during this time, she never mentioned anyone else that might have had a motive?
Chris, I came as quickly as I could. I know you had nothing to do with it, darling. I know it.
Alice, you shouldn't have come here.
Miss Kirby, as long as you're here, we'd like to ask you some questions, too, if you don't mind. You want to step in the chief's office?
All right.
You sit down, please.
Sorry to inconvenience you, Miss Kirby.
I'll do anything I can to help Chris. Anything.
We know how you feel.
Alice, how well did you know Stella Dean?
I didn't know her at all.
Were you aware of the fact that Chris knew her?
No, he never mentioned it.
You two only became engaged today, didn't you?
Yes, this morning.
When he proposed to you and you accepted, what did he say?
He was very pleased.
I'm sure he was, but what exactly did he say?
I don't know quite what you mean.
Well, for example, did he want to go directly to your folks and tell them the good news?
No, he said he had something important he had to do first.
But he didn't say what it was.
Just that it couldn't wait. That the success of our marriage might well depend on it. Well, he seemed worried, so I didn't think I should question him about it.
And then he left to do whatever it was he had to do?
Yes.
Did you see him again after that?
No.
Thank you, Alice.
Chris didn't do it, Tom. He couldn't do such a thing.
Murder? My son accused of murder?
He hasn't been accused of anything yet, Judge. He's just being held as a suspect.
Why? Because he's been involved in a few harmless scrapes? He had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
And there's nothing to worry about. We have to explore every possibility. I'm sure you understand that better than anyone. You'll need your help, Judge.
Hello, Tom.
Mrs. Harrington.
What is it? What's wrong? It's Chris, isn't it? He's in some kind of trouble.
Yes, ma'am, I'm afraid he is. But I'm sure he can depend on his father. We'll be waiting in the chief's office.
Wilbur?
He's been accused of murder.
Oh, no. It's not true. He couldn't. He couldn't.
No, Martha. Chris could never do such a thing.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm going to see that they get the man they want, and it won't be our son. You have my word.
Chris, I'm sorry. I don't have to tell you how I felt about your father. He's one of the finest men I ever knew.
Now, you've got yourself a real murderer. A man who killed his father.
Now, look. What happened was purely an accident. Now, Jess Kirby's going to defend you. He's waiting in there with your mother.
If I can't convince anybody else I'm innocent, what chance have I got with him?
There's one thing you don't seem to understand. Proving a man's innocence is as much a part of our job as proving his guilt. But so far, you haven't given us one thing to go on. Not one.
I gave you my word I didn't do it.
That isn't enough. You know, it's the hardest thing in the world for a man to get himself accused of a crime unless he's either involved in it or else hiding the truth. Now, which is it with you? Remember this, Chris. If you are covering up for someone, you're guilty of a crime your father despised above all others. Your lawyer's waiting.
Then, as far as you know, there's no one else who might have had a motive for the crime.
We checked every known possibility. Friends, employers, even waiters at the Golden Parrot.
Well, that doesn't leave me very much, does it?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Kirby.
Are you all right, son?
I'm all right, Mother.
We're here to help you, just as your father would have done.
This has been quite a shock to all of us, Chris. As Alice's father, I feel compelled to do everything I can for you. I think we should have a talk in private.
I can only tell you what I've already told them. I had nothing to do with it.
Chris, Chief Richards here has briefed me on the evidence. It's mighty damaging. I'm sure you realize that.
I told them the truth. I didn't kill her. I swear I didn't.
Who did?
I don't know.
Will you swear to that, too? Chris, I asked you a question.
Chris, you do know. You know who killed that girl.
No.
Chris, you've got to tell me who it was. Who was it? Who?
I told you I don't know. Now leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Chris, men have been put to death on a lot less evidence than we have against you right now. Now, who killed that girl?
His last words to me were about you, Mother. He loved you very much. He swore that she'd never again come between you. That's why he had to kill her.
Chris, your own father. How could you? May God forgive you.
The graveyards are filled with people who couldn't call you a liar. Why did you have to pick a man like your father?
They don't believe me. I told them the truth, and they don't believe me.
Jim.
Phew. I thought I'd seen everything. But this does it.
I'll say one thing. It was a great performance. He'd had 1,000 deaths before he lit the fuse.
But why would a guy go through so much trouble for a defense that ain't going to help him at all?
That's where you're wrong, George. It can help him. The one man that could have refuted his word is dead. Leaves room for a reasonable doubt. The difference between life and death. And what do you say, Smitty?
I say it's just fantastic enough to be true.
You don't mean you really believe him?
You heard what the chief said. If the boy was out to create a reasonable doubt, that's what he's done. Come on, George. If we could prove that the judge had been at Stella Dean's, Chris's claim wouldn't seem so fantastic after all.
Had to be moving to bust it up like that, huh?
The mark of a loose tire bolt would be as good as an eyewitness.
Looks like Stella took her Harringtons and pears. Judge was here, all right.
Did you find the wheel prints?
Yeah, 2 sets of them. One matches the Harrington buggy, loose bolt and all. Other set probably made by the man with the kindling wood. Looks like you had yourself a good hunch, Smitty.
Yeah, hunch is all it is. All we know is that Harrington's rig was here. Doesn't prove murder or that the judge even knew Stella.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't drape herself in a coat like this on her salary.
Yes, this is mine, too.
You're sure about that?
I've been a dressmaker for 18 years. I certainly ought to know my own creations.
You say Miss Dean never brought anyone else with her into the shop?
No, she always came in alone.
Well, how about this?
Oh, good heavens, no. I couldn't possibly afford to carry merchandise like that.
Who could?
Let me see. Hillman's in Cheyenne would be the closest.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, this is our coat. There's no question about it.
Mrs. Warner, are you the only sales lady in the fur department of the Hillman Company?
No, there are two others, but being in charge of the department, I make it a point to supervise each sale. We like to ensure the satisfaction of every customer.
I see. You say you remember this particular transaction. Was the lady alone?
No, there was a gentleman with her.
Can you describe him?
Well, he was a distinguished-looking man, in his 50s, perhaps. Very attractive and very pleasant.
Will this be the man?
Yes, that's him, all right.
You're sure?
Absolutely.
Did he pay cash for the coat?
Now, as I recall, he gave me a bank draft. Yes, it was a draft. I remember getting Mr. Hillman to approve it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Warner. You've been very helpful.
Not at all. Good day.
Well, Martha Harrington never owned a fur coat. Judge Harrington drew out $1,000 the morning of the murder.
$1,000. It's exactly the amount we found at the cottage. I guess I have to concede the boy was telling the truth.
Looks like that does it, huh, Smitty?
As soon as we get our hands on that bank draft.
Boy, was I wrong about that Harrington kid. Here I thought we had an open and shut case.
There's no such thing as an open and shut case, George. Just open and shut minds. Even when things looked hopeless for Chris, Alice's loyalty had never wavered. It was a real pleasure to place Chris in her custody.
Rise and run